Hi everyone, Alex here. Today I'm going to show you what's new in WarpFusion 0.30. So, the first thing is that reference control net has been moved to the control net tab to the bottom of it. You can see it here. I have also added some new Face ID IP adapters. As usual, the models will be downloaded automatically along with their respective LoRa's, though I am not automatically adding LoRa's to the prompt. You'll have to do it yourself because I'm not sure they are really that necessary. They will be downloaded to your LoRa folder here. So FreeUNet has now a neat drop-down menu. Also have scene splits available for the usual warp, not animative. It works like this: when you specify frame, it will split it in two renders, like from frame 0 to 5 and from frame 6 to the rest of the video, for example. It's useful when you have changing shots, different scenes inside a video, and you want to make sure that the frames and the style is not leaking between the scenes. So another thing is this settings and queue menu that's available at the top of the UI. Load settings button is now behaving the same way as the setting passed here. For example, if I put something here, it says that the file is invalid. But if I put -1, which means the last setting, I can load it. For example, check the UI here, I can load it. It's the same because it was my last setting. But for example, I can load run number 21 and it will have a different prompt. I can load back the latest one again. I can now save settings. It will save it to a subfolder called manual save. The current UI state will be saved there. But a new feature is the queue. You can queue settings right now and they will render consecutively. For example, if I would like to add the latest settings file, the latest runs setting file to the queue, I'll just click this and it will queue it up, as you can see. So it won't load it, it will just queue it up. For example, if I remember that if I load it, my prompt changes here, so I load the latest one again, and I can just queue up this settings file 21. You can see it didn't load it up, it just queued it. But I can also say, like, I want a banana. I will save and queue. So as you can see, it's saved to manual save subfolder with the timestamp and queued it up. If I click clear queue, it will just empty it. So after you queued up all the things that you wanted to queue, you can just go to render. For example, let's add one more. For example, this file doesn't exist. Like, I have 3 sets of settings queued up. Let's render them. As you can see, it's rendering 3 settings. And some settings are also having split scenes, but I'm rendering only 1 frame now per settings file for the sake of speed. So as you can see, we now have 3 settings queued up. Let's wait for the frame to render. So that's the first run. And as you can see, we now have 2 sets of settings queued up. So it will remove them one by one as soon as it's rendered, and if I decide to interrupt the execution, I have interrupted it, and the queue didn't clear up because we didn't run them, so I can continue from there. And as you can see, I'll have 2 sets of settings. So there are lots of minor improvements which will be listed in the changelog, the main one of them being a fix for the flow, which had some bugs when you were reusing previously extracted optical flow maps. Now it should work much better. So that's all for today. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.